Pretty is nice, but pretty is replaceable. Be the woman with beauty and a backbone. Beauty is cute, yes, but beauty without depth gets overlooked fast. Be the woman with beauty and brain. The kind that turns heads when she walks in and earns respect when she speaks. Because beauty opens doors, but independence decides who stays. When you can think for yourself, pay for yourself, and walk away without fear, and your energy changes. You stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop settling. Not because money is everything, but because independence changes the way you love and the way you tolerate nonsense. Girl, that glow, that's not makeup, that's power. And trust me, the right ones won't run from it, they'll rise to it. You don't chase attention, you attract respect. You don't wait to be saved, you build your own exit. You don't shrink to fit rooms, you outgrow them. And once you know your worth, nothing basic can keep you. You become dangerous the moment you stop needing permission. A woman with standards doesn't compete, she chooses. Sorry to tell you this, but if a relationship falls apart the moment you speak up about your feelings, your standards, or your expectations, it was already cracked. Healthy love doesn't panic at honest conversations. It doesn't label your needs as too much or your boundaries as drama. If simply asking for clarity causes distance, anger, or silence, that's not conflict, that's avoidance. A stable relationship can sit in discomfort and still choose respect. It can hear "this hurts me" without turning it into an argument. Fragile relationships rely on you staying quiet. They survive on you over-explaining and lowering the bar just to keep the peace. And let's be clear, peace that costs your voice isn't peace. It's self-abandonment. The right person won't leave because you spoke up. They'll lean in, ask questions, and try to understand you better. So if being honest cost you the relationship, it didn't fail because you talked, it failed because it couldn't handle the truth. Behind every girl in her healing era is a best friend who's seen everything and never once made her feel like a burden. The voice notes that made no sense. The nights where she kept asking the same questions over and over, just trying to understand what went wrong. And that friend never said, "Get over it already." Never made her feel dramatic. Never made her feel like she was too much. She listened when the story didn't change. She answered the phone when the pain did. She sat in silence when there were no words left. She reminded her who she was when heartbreak tried to erase her. She held space when healing was messy, slow, and uncomfortable. That best friend didn't rush the process. She didn't minimize the hurt. She didn't disappear when things got heavy. She stayed. Not because it was easy, but because love doesn't leave when it's inconvenient. So when you see a woman glowing, stronger, softer, understand this. Her healing didn't happen alone. There was a best friend behind the scenes, holding her together until she could hold herself again. If you actually want to be a good boyfriend, here's something most men never get told. A woman's love language is not having to ask. At the beginning of a relationship, this comes naturally. You remember her coffee order, her favourite snacks, the little things she mentions once and forgets about because you're obsessed, and when you're obsessed, you pay attention. But here's what kills most relationships. The switch. The effort slowly drops. You stop being proactive. You stop doing the little things you used to do without being asked. From her perspective, it doesn't feel like you got comfortable. It feels like you stopped caring. Not because she's materialistic, not because she's needy, but because consistency is how she feels loved. So yes, write things down. I'm serious. If she says she's had a rough week, remember it. If she loves a specific chocolate, keep it in mind. If she's quiet, don't wait for her to explain. Surprise her with her favourite snack when she's low. Order her favourite drink on a bad day. Check in before she has to ask for reassurance. Because her love language isn't just physical touch. And it's not just words, it's consideration. It's effort without reminders. So if you want to be a good boyfriend, don't just love her. Pay attention to her. No man is perfect, but a man who changes when he realises he hurt you, that's about as close as it gets. Anybody can say, "I'm sorry." Anybody can say, "That wasn't my intention." But watch what he does after the apology. Does he still forget? Does he still cross the same boundary? Or does something actually shift? A real man doesn't just feel bad that you're upset. he feels responsible for the part he played and does the work to not put you there again. He pays attention to what makes you shut down. He changes how he speaks to you, how he moves in certain situations, not because you nagged him into it, but because he looked at you and thought, I never want to see her eyes look like that because of me again. That's the difference between a boy and a man.
Yes.
A boy wants forgiveness so he can feel better.
Yeah.
A man wants growth so both of you can be better. So no, don't look for perfect. Look for a man who listens when you say, that hurt me, who doesn't call you crazy, doesn't flip it on you, just says, okay, I hear you, I'll fix it, and then actually does. Because flowers are nice, dates are cute, but a man who takes accountability and evolves, that's real romance. A man liking you and a man choosing you are two completely different things. A man liking you is honestly useless information. I don't care if you like me. Do you show up for me? He likes me, he said I'm special. Okay, but does he call? Does he make plans? Does he make your life easier or more confusing? You're out here dissecting. He viewed my story, he sent a heart emoji, he said he misses me. Babe, that's free. Commitment is not. A man who wants to be with you doesn't leave you guessing. He doesn't like you in private and act single in public. He doesn't disappear for days and come back when he's bored. If he really wants you, you won't have to stalk his energy. You'll feel it in consistent messages, in effort, in plans, in action. Do you know what I like you with no effort is? It's like liking something in your online car and never checking out. Cute, but it doesn't belong to you. Stop bragging about, he likes me so much. Ask, is he building anything with me? A man can like 10 women, he can only commit to one. Don't fall for words, watch who actually shows up when it's time to be that one. One of the worst feelings as a woman is when you finally build the courage to talk to your man about something that's hurting you and he turns you into the villain. You sit there, heart racing, replaying the words in your head like, okay, I'm going to say it calmly, I'm not going to yell. You say, hey, when you do this, it hurts me. And instead of listening, he sighs, rolls his eyes, gets defensive, raises his voice, or hits you with, you're overreacting, you're always complaining, you're never happy. Suddenly it's not about his behavior anymore, it's about your tone, your attitude, your drama. Now you're apologizing, crying, explaining, trying to prove that you're not attacking him, you're just trying to save the relationship. That is emotionally exhausting. Because all you wanted was for the person you love to care that you're in pain. Here's the truth. A man who loves you won't make you feel crazy for having feelings. He might not be perfect, but he'll say, okay, I hear you, I'll work on that. If every time you speak your heart you walk away feeling like the problem you're not in love, you're in a blame game. And the prize for winning that is losing yourself. The biggest lesson I learned this year, sometimes you have to make decisions that break your heart but bring peace to your soul. Nobody tells you how hard it is to walk away from people you still love, from habits that still feel good, from places that still feel familiar, just because you finally realize they're slowly killing your peace. You think the worst pain is losing them, but the real pain is staying where your spirit keeps whispering, this is not for us anymore. There comes a point where you stop asking, do they like me, do they want me, and start asking, do I like me when I'm with them? Do I even recognize myself anymore? Choosing yourself isn't always pretty. Sometimes it looks like blocking a number with tears in your eyes. Sometimes it looks like starting over with shaking hands and an empty phone. But that first night you sleep without your chest feeling heavy, that first morning you wake up and don't immediately feel dread, you realize, my heart is hurting, but my soul is finally breathing. So if you're standing in front of a hard decision right now, remember this, you are not selfish for choosing peace. Have you ever noticed how one bad mood in the morning ruins the whole day? Like, if I decide today is trash, everyone's against me, suddenly everything goes wrong. I spill my coffee, miss the bus, read every message the wrong way, and I'm like, see? I knew it. But when I wake up and I'm like, okay, life's not perfect, but I'm grateful, let's see what happens, little good things start showing up. That's when I realized My day didn't magically change, my lens did. When your mind is primed for negativity, you only notice what proves you right. You don't see the good, not because it's not there, but because you're not looking for it. And I'm not saying fake positivity or good vibes only. Bad things still happen, plans still fall through. But instead of my whole life is cursed, it becomes, okay, this door closed, where else can I go? That tiny shift from everything is against me to maybe something better is coming has literally changed my reality. Your mind is not the whole world, but it does decide which part of the world you see. If you've only ever fed the dark side, try giving the light a chance. Not because it's magic, but because you deserve to see the parts of life that aren't trying to hurt you.
2 signs your long distance relationship is actually going to work. Listen up. Sign number 1, effort is consistent, not convenient. You don't go days without talking and call it being busy. You both check in, you send voice notes, random selfies, I saw this and thought of you messages. And when one of you can't show up,
you don't disappear. You say, hey, today was crazy, I might be slow to reply, but I love you, I'll call when I can. No ego, no games, no disappearing act. Just 2 people making each other a priority on purpose. Sign number 2, the future isn't a fantasy, it's a plan. You're not just saying, one day we'll live together, one day we'll get married. You're talking dates, cities, visas, money. How many years of this can we realistically do? When are we meeting next? What needs to happen for us to be in the same place? You both know what you're working toward. Long distance doesn't work on vibes alone. It works when 2 people are consistent in the present and serious about the future. If you've got those 2, you don't just have a relationship, but you've got a real shot at making it to the same time zone for good. At some point in your life, you'll meet a person who turns every situation into a personal attack, who lives in constant victim mode. You set a boundary, you're attacking them. You say, that hurt me, now you're the toxic one. You tell them no one time and suddenly you're the villain in their story. These are the people who live in a constant state of victimhood. Nothing is ever their fault. There's always a reason, a story, a villain, and funny enough, it's never them. They will drain you. You'll apologise for things you didn't do. You'll over-explain, overthink, overcare, trying to prove you're not who they say you are. You'll feel like you're walking on eggshells, scared to be honest, because any disagreement turns into, I knew you'd hurt me. But here's the truth. You cannot save someone who is in love with their own victim narrative. If every conversation flips back to how you wronged them, if they never say, yeah, I messed up too, if they weaponize their pain to control your behavior, you don't need a bigger heart, you need stronger boundaries. You are allowed to walk away from people who refuse to take accountability. You're not abandoning them, you're choosing not to abandon yourself anymore. Every man says, I just want a woman who gives me peace. But a lot of men forget a woman's peace is usually a reflection of how he treats her. You want a soft woman? Stop giving her hard things to heal from. No woman wakes up nagging. She becomes difficult after being ignored 15 times. She becomes cold after loving you through storms you created and never apologised for. You want a peaceful home, but you lie, gaslight, disappear, and then call her crazy when she doesn't feel safe. A peaceful woman is usually a woman who feels secure when she doesn't have to beg for respect. You don't get to break her and then complain she's not soft anymore. Be the kind of man who makes her nervous system relax, not the one who makes her stomach drop every time your phone lights up. Because the right woman will gladly give you peace. A woman in love will match your energy if you're not the reason she keeps losing hers. If you give stability, she'll give softness.